Okay, hey guys. My name's Clayton, and I had a septoplasty surgery on Tuesday. Today's Thursday, so I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the process, what I went through, because I know before I had my surgery, I watched like 100 of these videos, so I wanted to see if my experience could help some people out there that are thinking about having the surgery. I want to first kind of say a disclaimer that my surgery took place in Los Angeles, California. My ENT is on the board of like the UCLA Medical School. I think that he's using kind of like the newest techniques and the newest treatments for a deviated septum. So my experience is my own. I don't know what town you live in or city, but you might want to know what type of just research your doctors so you know if they're doing the most advanced stuff, because my recovery has been very light, and I think that's just because of the doctor I had. I had a deviated septum for as long as I can remember. My nose curved to the left like this. My septum was broken like this, so much so that it made a hard spot right here. I could touch this, and I could feel it was right here. I could feel my septum. I can't feel that anymore right there, and it's actually dented in a bit, in a good way. So because of that, I couldn't breathe out of the right side of my nose. It was like that forever, and I just kind of ignored it and learned to breathe out of the left side of my nose. But once I kind of, as I got older, started noticing it more, and I knew that my nose was curved like that, so I went and got it checked out. And I realized it was something that I wanted to get fixed. So yeah, before my surgery, I was totally freaking out. I watched all these videos. My biggest fear wasn't the surgery itself, because I knew that I would go under and wouldn't even remember that part. My biggest fear was the recovery and having the packing in my nose, which terrified me. Not being able to breathe, just like the idea of having your nose kind of mess with, and like the headaches. I don't think I could physically deal with that. But I've learned now that I can, and I think that whatever fear you're having about this, the reality of it is going to be a lot less for you. That's what I noticed. When I went in for my surgery, I had a friend take me in, and as soon as I got there, they got me all set up. They immediately gave me something that kind of helped me relax, and I went in for my surgery, and once they put me on the surgery bed, I started freaking out, and I was like, "You guys, my heart's racing. I'm really nervous." He gave me something to calm me down, and then all of a sudden he was like, "You're going to sleep now." The next thing you know, I woke up in the operating room, and they were like, "You're up, you're awake, you're done." And I remember this. I looked over at my doctor, and I was like, "Thanks, doc," because you're on a lot of drugs, and they roll you out. I felt a little stuffy, but nothing crazy. Then you go into the recovery room, and the doctor came in, and he pulled these like kind of weird things out of my nose. But here's the trick: I didn't have packing in my nose, and I think that made my whole recovery process so much better. The first day, I actually felt fine. I really felt no pain. I was on pain medication, but there was no pain. I was just a little bit stuffy, and I kind of just went home. I didn't really use any. I didn't use any like saline or anything to clean it, because they had put this on me at the thing. It's these little bandages that you end up putting on your nose like this, and then you just use like a tape, like this 3M tape, and you tape it to the sides of your cheeks. That's why I have these red marks on my cheeks right here, because for the past 2 days I've been changing my bandage, and I kind of had a weird reaction to the tape. But anyways, the first day was fine. I slept in. People were like, "How are you?" And I was like, "I actually feel incredibly well." I'm single right now, so I was by myself. I mean, I had a friend over, and different friends dropped in, but that night I was by myself. I was totally fine. I slept through the night. Then yesterday I woke up, and that was when I started getting a little bit more congested. So I did the best I could. I took my pain medicines. I took they gave me an antibiotic, and they gave me pain medicine. So I stayed on that. But then the second day, it just started getting really, really bad, like the congestion. I was coughing up blood, not blood like not blood from currently bleeding, but just from the surgery. Stuff was coming down me, so there was a lot of coughing up what was inside your lungs from the surgery. It's not a scary thing. It's just you're coughing up all this mucus that's coming out of you. It's kind of bloody. It's kind of boogers and stuff like that, but it's nothing you haven't had before if you've had like a bad cold. Then that night it started getting, so remember I didn't have the packing in, so like I got really lucky. That night it started getting bad. I started getting nervous about not being able to sleep. So the doctor had given me a list of things to get before, and all that implied was a saline solution, Neosporin, and Afrin. So I was kind of nervous about putting anything in my nose because I didn't know exactly where the stitches were or where he had done all the work. So right before I went to bed, I just did 2 tiny little hits of Afrin. They actually cleared up my nose. I took a painkiller, and I went to sleep. I slept through the night without waking up. And then I woke up this morning, and I had my post-op like appointment at the doctor's office. I go in. He's like, "How do you feel?" I was like, "I feel pretty good." The whole time I feel like I was doing something wrong because I don't feel as bad as I thought I was gonna be. It just the whole time it just feels like you have a bad cold. And then the doctor pulled these. I didn't even realize I had them in. He pulled these stents out of my nose. That was borderline, not even painful. It was just uncomfortable. It was that total recall moment everyone talks about. But they came out. He suctioned this stuff out of my nose, and for like 2 minutes, I could actually breathe perfectly out of both sides of my nostrils. A feeling that I have not ever felt really before, as long as I can remember. Then all day for the rest of the day, I haven't been wearing the catch to catch anything because nothing's been dripping. I have been using saline, and I've been using a neti pot, and then I've slowly been blowing my nose. But nothing crazy. It's literally just like a bad cold. You just have to take care of yourself. You have to rest. Take your pain meds, but don't overdo it. And for me, it actually did straighten up my nose a bit. My doctor was very clear. He said, "This is not a cosmetic surgery." And I said, "I understand," but he said, if that is your septum causing that, it might straighten it out. And for me, it did straighten my nose out. You can tell that it's still a little bit curved, but it was like really bad before. So I'm super happy with it. I'm an actor, and I have to shoot something on Tuesday next week. So 7 days later, I think I'm actually going to be okay for that. And I just encourage you guys to find the best doctor you can. But if you really feel like you need the surgery, I think you should go for it. I don't think that there's any guarantee it's going to straighten out your nose. But I think that if breathing is your problem, then I think it's worth it. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. And septoplasty, I know it's hard, it's scary, but I'm a wuss. And if I can do it, you can do it.